What's up guys, Don Juan. So today I'm going to be showing you guys the new channel car, and I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about it, go ahead and go over stuff that still needs to get done to the car, because it is a work in progress, and a few other some information about the car, which I think is pretty cool. So here she is. Now this is a 2002 Amulet Red Audi S6 Avant, so which means it's the wagon, and these things are pretty rare. I got confirmation from Audi. I'm going to show you what's on the 340-ish horsepower, 4.2 naturally aspirated V8. Pretty cool, you know, setup. As you can see, there's a lot of rock chips in the bumper and everything, and there's a few coating issues. So to start off, this vehicle had the early model reds for Volkswagen and Audi had a clear coat problem. So you can actually see right here on the top, and then we have a section right here on the door, and then this was me doing crap yesterday, but you can see right here, this is a piece that's actually starting to bubble up here. The rear bumper is peeling right there. Obviously there's like scratches and stuff too. But overall, for a 17-year-old car, this one's actually pretty decent shape. No major dents or anything. I think there's a small dent on the passenger side door on that side. The bumper looks like it's off, but it's because I haven't fully put it on yet. I'm actually dealing with another issue. So when I got the car, I got it in a trade from a guy. We did a weird kind of deal, based out of California, as you can see on the plate, and the vehicle had a cracked radiator. So I actually did that yesterday. These Volkswagen Audi radiators, sorry about the mess here, but they're known for cracking right here on the end tanks on either side. This one had originally cracked on this side, so it was, you know, it was leaking coolant everywhere and everything. So I went ahead and replaced that. But now the issue I'm having is the electric auxiliary fans are not powering on. So it runs a little hotter than it should, but I don't drive very far. So by the time it kind of gets to running temp, I usually turn it off. But that's actually what I'm gonna be tackling this weekend. I'm pretty sure it's the fan control module on these things are known for going out. But let me tell you some specs about this vehicle. So like I said, 340 horsepower, 4.2 liter V8 with a 5-speed automatic. All-wheel drive, so it is quattro. There was only 892 of these ever produced in North America. They were produced in 1 year, from 2002 to 2003. So you either have an 02 model or an 03 model. These MSRP on these things, insane, for 2002 was 65 grand starting, somewhere around there. And then, you know, obviously if you get options and whatnot. So back in 02, 03, if you guys remember, 9/11 happened in 01, so everything was still kind of going a little crazy. We had a slight market, you know, depreciation. So these things didn't sell very well. So like I said, I'll put it on the screen right now. 892 red 892 S6 Avants were sold. Out of those 892, only 38, if I remember correctly, based off the email, are red, and out of those 38, only 27 were red with my options, which is black leather interior, which I'll show you guys. You know, it is an older vehicle, so it doesn't have too many crazy amenities, but it is pretty nice. You know, actual real wood grain, which is, you know, what was a thing back then. What I thought was crazy was the headliner and everything is suede. You know, for being an 02, that's pretty impressive. All the pillars and everything, it's actually still in really good shape, including the leather. Normal wear and tear on the driver's seat here. There's a little bit on the back seat. And if you guys are wondering, these are 19-inch A5 wheels, which I'm probably going to replace, because even though it looks kind of good on this car, they feel weird because of how big they are. So, trunk area, same thing, suede on the top. You know, a lot of cargo space and everything like that. So pretty nice car. We got a little sun visor shade thing here. I got the car, I was super stoked that I was able to make a deal on a trade, especially on something so rare. I wanted to build another wagon. If you guys remember from old past channel, I used to have a Jetta wagon TDI, but I wanted something a little bit different. I was actually looking for S4 wagons, which if you guys are familiar, the S4 is a little bit smaller, but they have the twin turbo V6 in them. They have their known quirks and whatnot, but I thought it'd been cool to do that. But when this one popped up, I couldn't pass up on it just because of the rarity and everything like that. Plans for the car, not not anything crazy. So we did the radiator. This weekend I'm gonna figure out the whole cooling fan switch situation. Probably just, like I said, a fan control module probably went bad because neither one are kicking on. There's two electric fans, not either one are not turning on. I have to figure out a high beam light issue on the passenger side. There was I went to go get it inspected for the state of Texas, and it failed inspection because the bulb's not turning on that side. It's not the bulb. I checked a few things, and it's something that has to do with the wiring, so I got to figure that out. Now the paint situation, that's going to be the difficult one. I do want this car to look good, so I don't know how I'm going to do it. I was kind of thinking about maybe trying it myself in my garage, painting this stuff, but that's a lot of work and a lot of time that I kind of don't have right now, and I want to get content out for you guys, so I'll see what I'll do. I might try the front bumper, see how it comes out. If it comes out good, then I'll try to do the other pieces of the car that are messed up. Transmission flush on this, when I did the radiator, obviously you got transmission cooling lines. They're actually, the transmission fluid is just nasty. It's kind of blackish and it smells a little burned. So another thing I wanted to touch base on is, if you guys are not aware or you're not familiar with the European car scene, Audi announced that the RS6 Avant is coming to the United States for 2020, the C8. If you guys know from before what I mentioned on Instagram, the RS6 Avant was my dream car, has been for years, but we never had the ability to get one in the United States. Originally what I was going to do was I was going to buy or eventually, not like, you know, it's not like I had it set in stone, but I wanted to buy a C6 or C7, C6. That was the last year they brought the wagons to the United States. So you can get a C6 with a 3-liter supercharged motor in it. It was 2011, I think, was the last year you can buy them in the United States, and I was gonna buy one of those and do the V8 the 4.4 or 4-liter twin turbo V8 that's in the RS6. So I was gonna do my own RS6 conversion over a long period of time. It's gonna cost a lot of money, but if it was gonna be a slower project, now that Audi released it, you know, I actually contacted Audi of America, Audi USA, and try to see if I can get a, you know, interview with somebody and actually go check one out, like if they're gonna do some kind of special promotional thing. This is one thing, I've never reached out to any manufacturer before, I've never done anything, but this is like the car I want to see and the car I want to know. So if you guys have a hookup at Audi, or if anybody knows anything, send me an email or send me a message here on YouTube or on Instagram, and let me know who I need to contact. If you guys know anybody, I would really like to go to check it out when they actually bring one into the US, when they're doing their promotionals and all that stuff. Now, realistically, I can't afford one. I already know those things are going to be like close to 100 grand or over 100 grand. The E63 AMG wagon is 108,000 MSRP, if I remember correctly, starting. But if anybody knows anything about them, allocations, anything, please contact me. I really want to know the information for the RS6. If I can order one next year, I will. That's going to be my goal. Is obviously we're going to be messing with this, but I'm probably going to trade in the A4 and try to get an RS6 Avant, like I said, if I can next year. If not, I'm going to have to wait a few years until a used one becomes available, and I'll buy it then. But I would really like to go with you guys under the experience of being able to order one, to allocate one, build one, and I really want one in Merlin purple. That was like dead set. I'll show you a picture right here on the screen of a Merlin purple one. They're beautiful cars. We're planning to have, me and my wife are planning to have kids soon. So it's like, you know, it's like the perfect everyday car for me, and it's like what I've always wanted. Now, there is gonna be some videos coming out that are more personal. I wanted to touch base with you guys. Wife and I were talking, and we wanted to share an experience that we've been kind of going through with you guys, and it'll probably make a lot of stuff, you know, connect the dots on a lot of information that I haven't really told you, and give you guys a lot of perspective on what's going on kind of in our lives on a personal level, and why certain things have happened. So if you're not into the videos, no problem. That's not going to be a set thing, but we wanted to do this to kind of share with other couples and share with other young couples and potential parents, you know, that what we've kind of been going through in the whole process and whatnot. So one of those videos will drop randomly in the week. We haven't really recorded it yet, so when I get that, you know, hopefully if you guys show us your support and everything like that, that'd be amazing. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one like usual, and always keep it gangsta. Peace. Almost forgot we were gonna do the car. I'm gonna turn the AC down, put it in neutral so you guys can hear. So not too bad, but like I said, you can't really hear anything. So put it in sport mode. We're gonna get back on the road here. For being a 17-year-old car, it's actually pretty solid. Like, on the actual pickup on it. Like, it impressed me the first time I drove it. I was like not expecting, because, you know, even though it is a V8 are known for being torquey. I mean, being, like I said, 17 years old, you guys know V8s back in the day used to make like little to no power, so, you know, it's kind of nice. I think there's a car coming over here, so there it is. So here we go. I mean, for being a freaking 4,000 plus pound car, all-wheel drive is not bad. And these European V8s, that people would notice, they're high revving V8s. I think redline on this thing is like 7,400 from the factory. And if we do a few little performance mods here and there, we can open that up a little